You don't need to buy Fanta from the store anymore. You can make your own Fanta-style orange drink at home without chemicals, safe, and able to keep its flavor for up to 2 years. Hello everyone, I'm Tracy. Do you enjoy drinking Fanta but worry about quality or preservatives? Then today I'll help solve that concern by showing you how to make a Fanta-style drink with a fresh, safer, and more natural flavor using these fresh oranges. Let's get started. To make this drink, the main ingredient you need is fresh oranges. Here I'm using about 3 kilograms of plump, juicy, evenly yellow oranges. These will give you more juice and a more fragrant flavor when making this orange Fanta drink. In addition, you'll need about 2 fresh lemons to help make the drink brighter and more refreshing. Next, you need to clean the surface of the fruit thoroughly, because we will be using the entire peel. You can do this by rubbing baking soda over each fruit and gently massaging it in, or by using a small brush to scrub the surface and remove any residue. Do this for both the oranges and the lemons. After that, rinse everything again under running water to remove all remaining baking soda and dirt. Then set the fruit aside to drain. Once the fruit has drained, carefully peel the oranges and lemons very thinly, taking only the outer peel and avoiding the white pith underneath as much as possible. This white pith is what causes bitterness in homemade citrus drinks. Even a small amount left behind can affect the flavor. Carefully peel all the oranges and lemons until all of the outer peel has been removed. Next, set the peels aside. Then cut away all of the white pith from each orange and lemon. Do this carefully so you can remove all of the white pith, because this part is what causes the orange drink to taste bitter. After that, cut each fruit in half, remove any seeds if present, and chop them into small pieces so they cook more easily. Oranges are very rich in vitamin C, which helps strengthen the immune system and supports the body in fighting fatigue and common illnesses. In addition, vitamin C helps the body absorb iron better and supports healthy skin. That's why everyone in my family loves drinking orange-based beverages. Once all the oranges and lemons have been chopped, place them into a clean pot. Then add in all the orange peels you set aside earlier. Next, pour in about 2 liters of clean water, making sure everything is completely submerged. This amount of water is just enough to slowly extract the natural essential oils, aroma, and citrus flavor without making the mixture too diluted. Place the pot on the stove and turn the heat to medium. Bring the mixture to a gentle boil. As the water heats up, you'll begin to notice the fresh citrus fragrance spreading through the kitchen. Once it reaches a boil, continue cooking for about 15 minutes. The steady heat allows the flavors from both the peel and the fruit to naturally blend into the water. During the cooking process, you don't need to stir constantly. Just give it an occasional gentle stir to make sure everything cooks evenly and doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. After the citrus fruit mixture has finished cooking and has simmered for the full amount of time, turn off the heat and let it cool slightly. At this point, the orange and lemon aromas will have spread through the kitchen in a very pleasant way. Once it has cooled down a bit, use an immersion blender to blend the mixture until everything is fully combined and smooth. After blending, you need to strain it once more to remove the pulp and fibers. Place a strainer over a large bowl. Then slowly pour the mixture through it and gently press down to extract as much liquid as possible. This step helps make the juice smoother and clearer. After straining, you may notice that the juice is quite thick, which is completely normal. If you prefer a thinner consistency, simply add a little clean water and stir well. Adjust gradually until you reach the thickness you like, perfectly suited to your own taste. When it has reached your desired level of dilution, add sweetness to your drink by mixing in about 200 grams of sugar if you want a rich, bold sweetness similar to classic Fanta. However, this amount of sugar can be fully adjusted to your preference. If you prefer a lighter drink or want to avoid sugar altogether, you can skip this step or reduce the amount of sugar to suit your taste. Then place the pot back on the stove and bring the mixture to a boil over medium heat. Stir gently so everything dissolves evenly. When the mixture comes to a steady boil, you'll notice the color becoming brighter and the aroma more intense. At this point, turn off the heat. Now you already have a pot of homemade Fanta-style orange drink, and you can enjoy it right away. However, I want to show you how to store it so you can preserve this flavor for as long as possible. Prepare a few glass bottles with tight-fitting lids. Before using them, you need to sterilize the bottles so the orange drink can be stored long-term. Do this by soaking them in a pot of boiling water for about 10 minutes. Then remove them and let them dry completely. While the drink is still hot, carefully pour it into the clean, dry glass bottles you prepared earlier. Pouring the liquid into the bottles while it is hot is very important, as it helps create a vacuum seal during safe storage. Once the bottles are filled to the top, quickly and tightly close the lids right away to protect the drink. Repeat the same steps with the remaining bottles. After all the bottles have been filled and tightly sealed, the next step is to wrap them with a towel and let them rest at room temperature for about 20 to 24 hours. During this time, the cooling process allows the vacuum seal to form properly inside each bottle, which is essential for safe long-term storage. It is very important to check that each bottle cap is completely sealed. The lid must be tightly closed, not loose, and no air should be allowed to enter inside. This airtight seal helps protect the drink and keeps it fresh over time. Even a small amount of air getting into the bottle can affect the quality of the drink. After 24 hours, once the liquid has cooled completely, take the bottles and store them in a dry, well-sheltered place with a stable, low temperature or in the refrigerator. This homemade orange Fanta can be stored for up to 2 years. However, it is very important to follow each step carefully. If sterilization, sealing, or storage conditions are not done properly, the product may spoil and should not be used. Now it's time to enjoy the result of your hard work. Gently open the bottle and pour the orange drink into a glass. You will immediately notice the bright color and the fresh citrus aroma. Take a small sip and enjoy the balanced sweetness along with the natural orange flavor, light, refreshing, and not overpowering. Enjoy it chilled or with a few ice cubes for an even more refreshing drink, perfect for relaxing at home or sharing with friends. That's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch until the end. And if you enjoyed my homemade orange Fanta recipe, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to receive more fun and useful ideas from my kitchen. Goodbye, and see you next time.